How you doing? Tommy here. I want to talk about the Holley Terminator X system for the Ford cars with the 302 engine. If you're familiar with this system, I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm just going to talk about my experiences in particular. I had an issue with not getting crank signal. This is what Holley told me after sending data logs back and forth from each other. And apparently I wasn't getting any signal from the distributor. And mind you, I put two brand new distributors in, new TFI connectors in, and it still didn't work. Then doing some reading, you could tell that there's an issue with their harnesses, their TFI harnesses in particular that plug into the TFI module. So this is like a reoccurring problem that Holley hasn't figured out yet, or doesn't offer any type of repair yet, or just doesn't want to communicate with you that their harnesses are trash, and they rather you spend the money on a dual sync distributor rather than putting out a product that works. Because let's be honest, 95% of the cars that you're installing your Holley Terminator X into were running, did not have any problems with a trigger not working. So that was in particular, my scenario. The car ran fine, and then I put the whole Holley Terminator X system in, and I think for maybe 2 hours I drove the car, and then it died on me. And one thing you should know about Holley is their call service and their email service. Their customer service really isn't the greatest. If you're in it for the long haul, if you're willing to wait a month to get your car figured out and ironed out, then I would say, okay, go with the Holley service, go with the Holley Terminator X. I followed everything to a T. I took on a lot of YouTubers' recommendations, including ground wires, ground bulkheads, ground, making sure the power wires, everything worked out fine. Car drove for 2 hours perfectly fine with self-tuning. I seen everything working, the fans turned on, everything worked great. Very happy. Then it stopped working. So just to consider something when you're purchasing these Holley Terminator X systems for your 302, I would say highly suggested that you get the dual sync distributor, and you get some sort of aftermarket ignition box. So now these are two things I did not have, and I did not put them into my budget. And when you look at the TFI connection Terminator X harness, all inclusive with the computer, it's like $1,200 out the door. Really good price. Now you look at the dual sync, you look at the ignition system, that's an additional $500-$600 easily. So now you're looking at something that costs around $1,800, right? And that's okay. That's still a pretty fair price, but it is something that they do not talk about. They do not mention. They obviously have, they obviously offer these things. And mind you, when you do replace the distributor and you do replace the ignition system, you also have to have new harnesses for those things, which is another expense, something you should consider. Since then, I sold my 6AL computer to somebody in Arizona, and the harness I ripped apart and used some things off of it for the Holley system, and is now in the trash. And I have no computer, no harness to put back in the car, so I have resorted to older times, and I have a carburetor in my car now, if you could imagine, with a 6AL ignition box, a magnetic distributor, and a fully ported lower air intake from Edelbrock. So just so you understand, in my experiences, I was able, thankfully, to send it back through JEGS. Did a full refund. It comes with a 90-day manufacturer's warranty that Holley puts out, that Holley offers. So if you order any one of these products off anywhere and you're feeling some doubt with getting it running, or it was running, or if you're in a scenario like mine where you just kind of feel, I just kind of felt cheated. I kind of felt like they had me for the runaround, emailing. I could make a whole nother video about the emails. I mean, I was contacting these people 3-4 times a day, and I would get one reply every day, one reply. So I would try to give them as much information as possible with the scenario, give them 3, 4, 5 data logs. Okay, now this was today, this, and I'll get one reply back talking about, oh, okay, so you modified the TFI connector, and meanwhile, I didn't do any of that. So now I have a company telling me that I'm lying, and I don't like that. I'm just totally against that, and that isn't really for customer service. And they don't want to handle anything on the phone. They only handle things through email. You know, for them to operate, I guess, as smoothly as they do operate, that's what they have to do, is to only answer through emails rather than phone calls, because not for nothing, these scenarios, they could take 40 minutes to an hour long, which kind of, if you have ever called Holley before you buy their product, and you're watching this video, give Holley a call. Give Holley a call and time how long it takes to actually get in contact with somebody, and you're gonna range anywhere from 25 minutes to an hour. And if you get a call, and if you get somebody to pick up, better hope they don't just hang up on you, or you better hope the call doesn't drop after spending an hour of your fucking life. I could go on. But yeah, just be mindful before buying the HOLLEY Terminator X. These are just some things that I didn't see. You know, I've seen the installation videos, easy. I've seen people talk about it, and I've know of people that it works for, and it works great for. For some reason, I'm one of the unlucky bunch, and it's okay. I'm not trashing HOLLEY in general, because obviously they have a good product that works for many. But for me, I just, like I said, was one of the unlucky bunch, and now I have a full carburetor set up in my car that totally just blew my fucking mind. Did not think that was gonna happen, and I have a carburetor in my car now. So hopefully a situation like this doesn't happen to you, or if you're interested or is now stumbling upon this video after finding out that your HOLLEY Terminator X doesn't work, I do wish everybody good luck with the system, and for those that are trying to work through your problems, I hope you solve them. All right, deuces.